Hello students, welcome back to physics class. Today our topic is kinematics. Kinematics means first lesson in physics is motion. If we study about moving particles, if we study about moving objects, it is called kinematics. The study of an moving object without taking cause into consideration is called kinematics. Without taking cause into consideration means we will not study why it is moving, we will study how it is moving. If we study why it is moving, it is called dynamics, that is force and laws of motion, second lesson. If we study why it is moving, it is kinematics, that is motion, first lesson. So to study about motion, first we have to know what is distance, displacement, speed, velocity, time, average velocity, acceleration, and all these things. For example, what is your name? Mohan is here. So Mohan is in school. Yes, he want to go to his home. This is red bridge, and this is black bridge, and this is bus stand. So Mohan wants to go from school to home. This is the road. If he had a cycle, how he will go? He will follow this path and he will go. So this is the actual path covered by Mohan. So actual path covered by a body or Mohan is called distance. If Mohan has an helicopter, how he will go? He will lift the helicopter here, he will directly go to his home and he will land on the helipad on the terrace. So what is the path? This is the path. The path will be a straight line and it is having some direction. So he should go in southeast direction. Southeast direction. So this straight line is having specific direction and it is having a specific path. And we know that straight line is the shortest path between any 2 points. Let us take 2 points and draw the possible path between these 2 points. We can draw in many ways. But what is the short way? The shortest path is a straight line which is joining the 2 points. So here the straight line is the shortest path. So shortest path is called, very good, displacement. So shortest path is called displacement. For a same object, for a same Mohan, we can find out both speed and velocity. What is speed? Yes, total distance by total time is called speed. So speed is equals to total distance means actual path. Total distance by total time. Why we are calling it as total time? For example, if there is a signal point in red bridge, he will stop. If it is a red signal, he will stop. And again at the black bridge, if there is any signal point, he will stop. We have to we should not reduce that duration of rest in the signal. We have to add that one also. If he started here at 10 o'clock and if he reached here at 10:15, we should, and here if he stopped for 20 seconds, if he stopped for 20 seconds, and here if he stopped cycle to drink coconut water at this corner and he has taken 3 minutes there, then also we should consider that. From here to here, how much time it is taken or Mohan taken? We should consider all the time. So that's why we should call it as total time. So speed is equals to total distance by total time. What is velocity? Velocity is displacement by total time. While calculating velocity also we have to consider total time. If total time taken by the Mohan or an object is 15 minutes, then here we should put 15 minutes. Here also we should put 15 minutes. But what is the difference between speed and velocity? There is a difference in path. Distance is more, displacement is less. In which case both the distance and displacement are same. When the object is traveling in a straight line, then here the distance is equals to displacement. So here we can call it as speed and velocity. Here the main difference between distance and displacement is direction. Distance will not have any particular direction. See here he is moving towards east and again south, again east, south, east. So he is moving in different directions. When coming to displacement, he is having a particular direction. So distance is a scalar quantity which only have magnitude but not direction, and displacement is a vector quantity, it is having both magnitude and specific direction. In the same way, speed is also scalar quantity. Why? Because it is derived from distance and time, and velocity is a vector quantity, it is derived from displacement and time. Displacement is a vector and velocity is also a vector quantity. For example, a body is moving in a straight line. It covers 1 meter distance in 1 second. In the second also 1 meter distance, and third second also 1 meter distance. If we draw a graph between the time and the distance, x-axis and y-axis, you have to take time on the x-axis and distance on the y-axis. So how many seconds? Total 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And how many meters? Total 3 meters. 1 meter from here to here, 2 meters, and to here 3 meters. So 1, 2, 3. If you connect these points, that will be a straight line making some angle with x-axis or y-axis. If the graph between distance and time is a straight line, then it is called constant speed. What is constant speed? Speed is not changing with respect to time, then it is called constant speed. And how we will say here the body is moving with constant speed? What is the formula for speed? Speed is equals to distance by time. Here what is the distance? 1. What is the time? 1. Here what is the distance? 2. What is the time? 2. Here what is the distance? 3. Time? 3. Here we did not take 1 second, 1 second. Here we take total time. Total distance by total time. From here to here it is 1 second, so 1. From here to here it is total 2 seconds, so 2. From here to here it is total 3 seconds, so 3. So total distance by total time, 1:1, 1/1, 2/2, 3/3 will all gives you the same ratio, that is equals to 1 meters per second speed. So here the speed is constant, or we can say it is uniform speed. So if a body is covering equal distances in equal intervals of time, we can say the body is moving with uniform speed. What is this uniform? The body is moving with uniform speed. If the body is traveling unequal distances in equal intervals of time, we can say the body is traveling with non-uniform speed. If you draw the graph between distance and time for non-uniform speed, you will not get a straight line with an angle to the x-axis. You will get a curved line. A curved line indicates the body is traveling with non-uniform speed. For example, the graph is parallel to x-axis. X-axis is time and y-axis is distance. If the graph line is parallel to x-axis, what does it mean? It means that the body is at rest. 1, 2, 2.5. For example, the body is at a position of 2.5 meters. After 1 second, it is there. After 2 seconds, it is there. After 3 seconds, it is there. The position of the body is not moving with respect to time is called rest. If the graph is parallel to the x-axis, it is said to be the body is at rest. What if the line is parallel to y-axis? So at first second, second second, third second. At first second, the body is at 1 meter, the body traveled 1 meter distance. At first second only 2 meters distance. At first second only 3 meters distance. How it is possible? It is not possible. So this graph is wrong. So if the line parallel to the y-axis or distance axis, the graph does not exist, it is a wrong graph. If distance is changing time to time, we will call it as speed, or if the displacement is changing time to time, we will call it as velocity. What if the velocity is changing time to time? For example, units for distance is meters per second, units for velocity is also meters per second. Velocity will have direction also. So let us draw a situation. For example, a body is moving with 1 meters per second velocity at the first second, and the second second the body got velocity increased, the velocity of the body increased to 2 meters per second, and at the third second the velocity increased to 3 meters per second. What does it indicates? If you are riding a bike, initially velocity of the bike will be 0. If you are raising it, gradually the speed will increase or not? How the speedometer needle will raise? 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 needle will raise. It is showing the speed of the bike, varying speed. If the bike is moving in a straight road, we can call it as the bike is having velocity in one particular direction. Straight road means a particular direction. So here the speedometer needle is showing the increase in velocity of the bike. In the same way, here the velocity is increasing. Why? Because the person is raising the accelerator. So the velocity is changing time to time. What we will call this? What we will call this for bike? What is the name? Accelerator. Accelerator. So what is acceleration? Acceleration means change in velocity with respect to time. So velocity is changing with respect to time. So how much change? From 1 to 3, how much change? The change is 2. If you take the initial velocity as u and final velocity as v, change in velocity is v minus u by time. So acceleration a is equals to v minus u by t. Acceleration a is equals to v minus u by t. So this is the formula for acceleration. So we have formulas now. Speed is equals to distance by time. Velocity is equals to displacement by time. Here s is speed and displacement is denoted with s. And acceleration is v minus u by t. Here v is final velocity, u is initial velocity and t is time. What are the units for speed? Meters per second. Units for velocity, meters per second. Units for acceleration, meters per second square. Meters per second square. Do you know what is average? Sum of the quantities by number of the quantities is called average. So let us find out average velocity of a body which is traveling with two different velocities, initial velocity as u and final velocity as v. If a body is traveling with two different velocities, initial velocity u and final velocity v, and it is moving, here it is taken the total time t. What is the average velocity? Average velocity will be equals to sum of the quantities by number of quantities. Sum of quantities u plus v by what are the number of quantities? 2. This will be the average velocity, but we can consider this average velocity only under one case. That case is uniform acceleration. What is uniform acceleration? I had tell you one situation before this. For 1 second 1 meters per second square, for 1 second 1 meters per second velocity. For the next second 2 meters per second velocity. For the next second 3 meters per second velocity. So the rate of change of velocity is increasing uniformly. For 1 second 1 meters per second. For 2 seconds 2 meters per second. For 3 meters per second. For 4 second 4 meters per second. So velocity is increasing uniformly with respect to time, then we will call it as uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration. So under these type of cases, we will derive one formula. Under the case of uniform acceleration only, the average velocity will become u plus v by 2. Otherwise, average velocity is not equals to u plus v by 2 if the body is not traveling with uniform acceleration. You should consider this. This is very, very important. The body is not traveling with uniform acceleration. U plus v by 2, we cannot take it as average velocity. So under this condition, uniform acceleration, let us derive 3 laws of motion. What do we have under the uniform acceleration? VAVG, average velocity, is equals to u plus v by 2. Basing upon the information which we are having here, we can derive 3 laws of motion. First one, let us take this equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, equation 4. Let us consider equation 3 here. A is equals to v minus u by t. So at is equals to v minus u. If you send this minus u to here, u plus at is equals to v. In other words, v is equals to u plus at. V is equals to u plus at is the first law of equation of motion, or it is the first formula of equation in kinematics. What is that? V is equals to u plus at. The another two equations will be derived from this equation too. See here, velocity is displacement by time. What is that? Velocity is displacement by time. So here displacement is velocity into time. If the body is traveling with uniform acceleration, there is a change in velocity. We cannot take v as the whole velocity. Why? Because if a body is moving, velocity of the body will change. Why? Because due to traffic signals, due to speed breakers, due to obstructions, due to turning, velocity of the body is not constant. We cannot take single v or whole velocity as v. So we have to consider an average velocity. So displacement v is equals to v avg into t. V avg means what? Average velocity. So s is equals to, what is the formula for average velocity under uniform acceleration? U plus v by 2. So here u plus v by 2 into t. But we have v as u plus at. So the value of v is u plus at. Put this value in the place of v here. S is equals to u plus, in the place of v, what we have to write? U plus at by 2 into t. So S is equals to u plus u, 2u plus at by 2 into t. S is equals to 2ut by 2 plus at square by 2. I multiplied this 2 with this both terms. So 2 get cancelled. S is equals to ut plus half at square. This is second law of equation of motion. Let us see the third law. The third equation of motion can also be divided, can also be derived from this. What is that? Displacement is equals to average velocity into time. What is the formula for average velocity? V plus u by 2. What is the formula for time? Formula for time. Okay. From the equation 3, if you send t here and if you bring a here, what will happen? T is equals to v minus u by a. So this is the value of t. Substitute the value of t here. You will get v minus u by a. What is a plus b into a minus b? Very good. A square minus b square. In the same way, v plus u into v minus u. Very good. Super, Mohan. V square minus u square by 2a. S is equals to. So send this 2a to that side, it will become 2as. So finally v square minus u square is equals to 2as is the third law of equation of motion. So totally we derived 3 equations of motion. What are they? First one, v equals to u plus at, s is equals to ut plus half at square, v square minus u square equals to 2as. These are all equations of motion from lesson 1, motion. So study of motion of an object without taking cause into consideration is called kinematics. In this kinematics lesson, we will not bother about why the body is moving. how much force is applied on that, why the body is moving. We will not bother about that. Only we will bother about how the body is moving, with what velocity the body is moving, with what acceleration the body is moving, how much distance the body covered, how much displacement the body covered, how much time the body has taken to cover this distance or displacement. These are all considered, and if we study all these quantities, then it is called kinematics. And I told you, distance is a scalar, displacement is a vector, speed is a scalar and velocity is a vector. In the same way, acceleration is also a vector. Acceleration is a vector quantity. Why? Because velocity is a vector, acceleration means velocity by time. So vector by scalar will gives you vector quantity. So acceleration is also a vector. If displacement is having in a specific direction, velocity will also have the same specific direction, and if the velocity is having specific direction, acceleration will also have the same specific direction. So acceleration is a vector quantity. So I hope you understand this video. That's it for today. Thank you very much.